After such a great day in energy yesterday, why did we see a pretty big drawdown across the board in energy stocks? It's not ideal, doesn't feel good, it's very painful. We don't expect energy stocks to be volatile like this. We expect energy to be consistent, easy to predict, relatively, barring any geopolitical head risk. We didn't really get typical oil head risk today, but we did get one thing, and that didn't seem to impact this stock. The United States, the CDC, began to recommend masks for people in indoor spaces and for children going to school. Yet energy stocks seem to be pretty resilient despite this news. They bottomed on that. They were already down going into that sudden announcement and ended the day higher from that announcement. They didn't end the day in the green, but they weren't as, relatively deeply red as they were. The possible bounce from a week from Monday, so a week from yesterday, is still intact. No technical concerns. The year-to-date bull run is still intact. The supply-demand dynamic is still intact. The price of oil didn't roll over hard today. The White House said no economic damage being seen by COVID. The United Kingdom is seeing a rollover in cases. The United Kingdom had lockdowns and rolled them back. So the fundamentals remain intact for the energy stocks. And it seems like today they showed that the fundamentals are what is going to be driving the stocks going forward. The weak hands have been shaken out. They've capitulated. They capitulated along with the futures traders on Monday of last week. And we saw what happened with the energy stocks on Monday of last week. They took a massive fall first thing in the morning and then stayed flat as the price of energy continued to fall another 3-4%. So things are looking pretty good, I think, fundamentally for energy stocks. And hopefully that's what's going to drive these companies for the rest of the year, at least for the next quarter. We will see. So sticking with energy. As for, that was one of my three 2021 story stocks that we talked about in December of last year. Another one was gold mining and other mining stocks, but I hadn't really defined other mining stocks. I had, in my portfolio, really only had GOLD. I had gold, GLD, SLV. I had gold that also came with copper exposure. But as of today, I'm adding 2 additional mining stocks to my portfolio, and those are Nucor, NUE, and MP. NUE. Why am I adding NUE? I listened to the Tesla earnings call last night. Elon Musk said something that caught my eye, and that was that iron is the future of EV batteries for him, not nickel, iron. They aren't in that iron market right now. But if you look at the price of iron, it hasn't rolled over like lumber. In fact, it's hitting new 5-year highs. I don't know how far back it goes. I've taken a look at the 5-year chart. New 5-year highs, the price of iron. Now, it's not rolling over. Lumber looks like, and Bank of America says it's going to come back. So we're sticking on the commodities trade. But iron in particular looks strong right now. And we have Tesla, who is the leader in battery technology, claiming that iron is the best material for that battery technology. So I expect that to continue. And if you look at the price of NUE in conjunction with the price of iron, they are highly correlated. So I think that's a good way to play iron. You won't be buying physical iron. You'll be buying cash flowing iron. And if you look at the financials of this company, you can see that the price of iron substantially improves them. Substantially. So if we can get a couple more quarters of this $780 million in net income, that's some serious money for a company worth, I believe, $11 billion. That's like $3 billion a year. $11 billion total net worth of the company, market cap. It's a pretty good price. MP. What's MP? Well, this is something I learned about today on CNBC. Brian Sullivan is at some mine in California. This company mines rare earth metals, particularly magnets. Another thing with Tesla, they use metals to turn their wheels. If you use a magnet and drag it around another magnet-charged item, it'll turn. Teslas do that in their engines, their rotors, whatever you want to call it, motors, and they use magnets to turn the wheels. Rare earth metals, there's not a lot of supply of these in the United States. In fact, this is allegedly the only mine in the United States. We've seen what's happened with chips. We've been relying on China. Now China has all the chips, and we've got a shortage. The United States is trying to onshore all of that chip production. Intel is building huge factories, and the government is helping them do that. So my assumption is that this mine is going to be strategically important for the future. Not only cars, but drones. According to the CEO, who's a former hedge fund manager, and went to this, says it's going to be the next industrial revolution. And the head of science and technology for the Department of Defense was apparently there at that mine yesterday. So I choose to own a piece of that mine. That's my decision. You can make your own. Do your own homework. This is just my idea, how I'm doing it. I own stock in all the companies mentioned today, except for Tesla. Do not own Tesla. Would like to own Tesla. Would like to own a Tesla Cybertruck. To own the stock, need it to come down. To own the Cybertruck, I need cheaper insurance and a little bit more money. So that's the deal for today. Except for mega cap tech earnings, one other thing I need to mention. They dominated, huge earnings. I think it was expected that they would beat. They probably beat a little hotter than expected. Good for them. Shows the economy is very strong, particularly in advertising. If companies were worried about cash flow and had serious pain from inflation, they wouldn't be advertising. But they are advertising. Not just Google. It's happening in Snapchat and Twitter too. That's bullish for the economy. So, not concerned about the economy at this time. Not concerned about Delta at this time. Would be buying energy on the dips if I didn't have so much exposure already. And I expect full recovery to new 52-week highs. Hopefully by the end of the quarter, but probably by the end of the year. So until next time, peace out.